what you're doing, and I'm definitely tuned in.
This is Jenny Superfly Snooker, aka your favorite snow bunny, and I'm tuned in live with King Eric Productions and Off the Cuff Radio.
Hi, my name's Jeanette. I'm in the UK and I check out King Eric Productions. Keep doing what you're doing, baby.
Hey, this is Jenny, aka Blue Lotus Flower, and I am now watching King Eric Productions.
Hi, I'm CEO Sarah Coleman from Youthful Secret by Sarah, and I'm tuned in live with King Eric Productions and Off the Cuff Radio Live, the best hip-hop channel on YouTube. Much love from the West Coast.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Vero G, and you're tuned into Off the Cuff Radio live stream with your girl Vero G, and I'm so excited to be on the show, and much love to y'all. Y'all already know.
It's your tatty goddess taking some time out to show my angel, King Eric Productions, some gypsy love.
Hey everybody, it's Tiffany Nicole, and I just want to give a huge shout out and congratulations to King Eric Productions for making 600 episodes. I love what you do. You're literally making the stars alive. So keep going. Know you have 110,000% of my support and everything.
What up? It's McFad. Shout out to King Eric and King Eric Productions. That's my folks. Keep up the good work. You know what it is. McFad was here.
McFad was here.
Live business. What's the live business, man? King Eric, the media assassin, live and direct. What's good, my man? Derek Mowry in the building. What's good, my man? Derek Mowry in the building. What's good, my man? Derek Mowry. Yes, sir. Live and direct in the building, man. What's good with y'all out there? It's been a minute since I chopped it up with y'all because, man, I've been having a lot of things going on. Last time I've been on live, man, it's been a minute, man. I mean, whole lot of stuff been going on in my personal life, so it took me a lot of time away from, giving y'all the jewels, the live jewels from the net. So I figure, you know what? There's a lot going on in this world, and I need to express it in due time with you guys. You know what I mean? Because whole lot of shit been happening, man, since I've been away on this live. And what's the topic of the day, King? The message is, you live long enough to become a villain. What do you mean by that? Why are you using that famous Batman slogan as a part of this topic? Well, in case y'all have been living under a rock, or you haven't even just been in a coma, Hulk Hogan passed away a couple days ago. And he leaves a complicated legacy. A lot of people want to focus on the positives that he brought to the table, which is understandable because with no question about it. Let's face it. Without the contributions and the foundation and the work that Hulk Hogan put in, we would not be here. You know? Him and Vince McMahon and that whole Rocky III saga that was a part of that foundation made the WWF a juggernaut, and it brought us many childhood memories. However, a lot of what Hulk has said and done in the past has put a taint on his legacy, and this is what people are arguing about now. From the way he it ain't alleged, he backstabbed a lot of his peers to keep himself in the pecking order, from the way he did Randy Savage, from the way he dry snitched on Jesse the Body Ventura when they tried to unionize, to the creative control cards that he pulled destroying WCW, from also as well, and this is the most recent one, the racial shit that was involved with that. So it leaves a complicated legacy for a lot of people to really Digress. Now, I'm gonna take this on two ways. It ain't no surprise hearing that from any of these guys for that matter. Especially somebody from Hulk Hogan of that. It's not surprising hearing that type of dialogue. Now, a lot of people just want to brush it off, but you can't tell black people how to brush shit off, man. It's just the way it go. Even though it may be light to you, what he said was a big deal to us in the black community. And people have a right to feel how they want to feel. However, I will say this. You still can't take away his contributions to the game, man. Brooke Hogan really didn't like the brother. They liked the brother that her father didn't like that. Oh yeah. Yeah. He pulled a that didn't work with me, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all this. This is where you know a true racist right here. You'll know who a true racist is when their daughter is involved. They'll talk all that shit to you. They'll talk all that brotherhood shit to you. When it comes to wrestling, when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to all of that. But when you let them date your daughter, you're going to see a whole different energy come from them. You know? But see, I'm able to separate the man from the character. I personally wasn't a big Hulk Hogan fan growing up like that. I wasn't a big fan of that cartoon shit. But still, it was a part of my childhood. You know what I mean? The rock and wrestling, the Saturday night main event, all that stuff, right? But Hulk told Brooke that married a black man who's an athlete. You know what's crazy? Even though he said the N-word, ain't this shit that what black women tell black boys? I mean, ain't this shit what black women be telling their daughters? I mean, think about it. Aside from the fact that he used the N-word, which he did, don't black women be saying the same thing to their daughters? Don't marry no broke ass nigga. Marry you a nigga with money. I mean, not defending Hulk or nothing like that, but it's the same thing that he was saying. But the difference is you white, homeboy. You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that at all, man. You may have the same sentiments as a brother. You may think you a brother, but nah, you can't say that. Unless you dropping N-bombs and stuff. But it leaves a complicated legacy, man. I mean, that was a straw to draw the Campbell's back, man. And Hope was kind of like blacklisted for almost a couple years after that. So another thing too about this is, which is strange, is he must have really been fucked up for him to have complications with this surgery right here. Like I would thinking that Hulk would live at least about 90 years old, man, just based off how he kept himself in shape, based off the training regimen that he's done, based on how he looked good and compared to a lot of his peers. I was thinking Hulk was going to probably live to his early 90s just by the genetics alone. But he was in rough shape from what I seen, though. I mean, according to him, he had about 10 back surgeries, hip replacement, leg replacement, neck fusion. All that stuff catches up, man. All that stuff catches up. And people were saying that he couldn't even walk without a cane. Now, people were shitting on Bubba the Love Sponge, but Bubba the Love Sponge was legit on this one. And even though he has a right to a gripe with Hulk Hogan, because in some cut way, he slept with his wife. That was some whole bizarre shit, man. Like, how you get it going on an event with niggas after sleeping with another man's wife? I don't understand that, bro. Like, where you get that going at niggas after you sleeping with another man's wife? Somebody in the comments help me understand that logic. But yeah, we talking about Hulk Hogan here and how he leaves a complicated legacy. There's some other things I'm gonna say. Rest in peace to that brother, Michael Jamal Warner, one of the most solid actors in Hollywood, man. He passed away. Even the Osbournes, I mean, even though they weird as shit, it's just crazy how the 80s took a huge blow, man. Regardless of how you feel about these people personally, they still were a heavy reflective of my upbringing. They still was a reflection of who I used to watch and listen to, growing up and stuff like that. It's still a part of me at the end of the day. Not defending the weird and crazy shit that he was saying and doing, but you don't know what goes on beyond the curtain, man. That's why I chose, just like I said the other day, the best way you can cope with dealing with a person that you're supposed to idolize and their bullshit is to just remember them for their greatness. Like, let me give you guys a good example. Mike Tyson, right? I only want to choose and remember Mike Tyson when he retired in 2005. I don't know podcast Mike. I don't know who this nigga is that's pretending to be Mike Tyson. I don't know who this nigga is wearing Bumblebee costumes. I don't know who this guy is taking fixed fights with Jake Paul. The Mike Tyson that I knew was a gladiator, my nigga. That Mike Tyson with the gold tooth, the Tyson with the part, Kid Dynamite that used to walk to the ring with a killer instinct on his face. I don't know who this nigga is. I don't claim him. I don't care to know him. That's a clone to me. That nigga's a clone. Michael Jamal Warner directed a music video for New Edition called New N.E. Heartbreak. Big facts. Yeah, man, Malcolm was a part of that renaissance of the 80s, man, with that black renaissance, that conscious renaissance. He was in the epicenter of that. That's when you seen positive black media get in the forefront of, like, different world. You had it was a different world. You had the poor righteous teachers. You had the native tongues. You had PE. You had Do the Right Thing with Spike Lee. You had that positive renaissance going on. And Malcolm Jamal Warner played a heavy role in that. He even produced episodes for the Fresh Prince and all that. And what I loved about Malcolm was he didn't partake in none of that weird shit. He didn't throw Cosby under the bus like a lot of these suck-ass niggas did. He, along with Felicia Rashad, are sacred to any form of criticism. Any motherfucker that's sitting there and talk shit about Felicia Rashad should get slapped right then and there. We ain't disrespecting Claire Huxtable, man. She always carried herself with dignified class. She's never been the type to offend anyone or say anything lambastic about her race. She always take pride and honor. Let me tell you all this. That was one of the few times I was crashing out on shit on social media, man, when I was seeing these biscuit head bitches going at Claire Huxtable because she told them that they need to cover up their clothing. I was going at them heifers for a whole 30 minutes, man. Every comment I was in there, just like, nah, y'all bitches ain't disrespecting Claire. That's off limits, okay? Y'all go back over there. Y'all can go ahead and talk about anybody else. But Felicia Rashad is off limits. That woman is black woman purified. And you dusty niggas trying to sit here and cape for these biscuit head bras. Y'all ain't, we're not doing that. We ain't that, no disrespect for those is gonna be tolerated. I watch the Cosby Show in Different World on NBC every Thursday. Must see. Hell yeah, my brother. Yes, indeed, because it was a breath of fresh air, man. Like, it shows how black people could look. We could be entertaining and also be educating. That's what the beautiful part about the Different World was about. You know, it didn't look too bougie because it showed that we had problems. It showed that we're just different forms of black people. We're not just the same brush. Everybody's different in the form of fashion. And I love that they focus heavily on that. You know, I love the fact that we was able to focus on different shades of educated blacks. And they showcased the struggle that we went through. What was the name of that? What was the name of that episode with that show where Malcolm Jamal Warner and Umar Epps was going at it? What's the name of that one? Because that clip was going viral after he passed away. What's the name of that show, Derek? because I know they did a reboot of the Cosby's later on, like in the 90s. But so was he on the Cosby, or was this a different show? Yeah, let me know what that show was. It was Omar Epps and Malcolm Jamal Warner, and they was arguing on the show. And Omar Epps didn't want his younger brother to be taught by Malcolm. I want to know which was that. Was that the Cosby's? I gotta look that up. I didn't have time to really look that up. Cosby Show, Umar Epps appear. Okay, gotcha. That was the later back in 1992. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that was real powerful, man. You don't get powerful messages in these TV shows no more, man. Everything is so fucking dark. Everything is satanic. Everything is on some agenda weirdo shit. You don't really get those messages that black people need. Oh, of course, you know we got to include Teen Summit as well, man. We had a lot of good programs, man, that could balance things out. You know? We had a lot of great programs. I guess that's how we came across as more level-headed in comparison to these weirdos today. Because we had TV shows that was teaching us about leading us on the right path, so to speak. Yeah, right after the Juice movie. Good looking out on that, man. Good looking out on that. But yeah, man, he left a real good legacy, man. That was a solid brother, man. I never heard anything about him. The only thing I heard negative about him was when Malcolm and Eddie Griffin, I think, split up. And that's because Eddie Griffin was a wild motherfucker anyway, man. He was outside. He was out there. That wasn't really a reflection on Malcolm. Rest in peace, Anana Lewis. Yeah, big love to her, man. Shit is crazy, man. We lost a lot of fucking people, man, within the past 5 years, bro. It's just disheartening, man. Ain't like shit. We lost like Young Noble, Irv Gotti. Motherfuckers that you didn't think was gonna die. We lost this year, man. Like shit. Shit, I ain't even talk about the Young Noble thing. I think I did a few videos about him a while back, but that came out of left field right there, man. But I could tell Noble was depressed anyway, man. I mean, Noble went through a lot. The Outlaws themselves went through a lot, man. So he probably felt a sort of way, and he just wanted to be with his brothers. Busta Rhymes and Ozzy did a remake of Iron Man in 1999. That was dope. That was fucking dope right there, man. That was one of my favorite songs on ELE, the Extinction Level Event. Extinction Level Event was one of the best albums of 1998. Busta Rhymes was in his bag on that one, for real. And speaking of rap music, yo, the old heads are coming back outside, man. The Clips opened up the door. But I don't want to just give the Clips credit, bro. We got to talk about everybody that paved the way. Griselda paved the way. Rock Marciano paved the way. I could name a whole bunch of niggas off the head that just paved the way. Rome Streets. 38 Special. I'm going to just name people I know. Madison J. Illa the Sandman. They kept the wrestling, rap meet wrestling thing going before the Griselda even did it. Rock Marciano. Ill Bill. That's another one. Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs' new one is hot. And even the joint Gibbs dropped last year was dope. There's a lot of dope niggas out there. What's his name? Flea Lord. Infamous Flea Lord. OTO. D Divine. We got him on the show for Screwball this Saturday. Kingdom Come. Cynic. Man, no disrespect to the OGs like the Clips and Nas and Ray, but those brothers from up north, Like real up north. Now I'm not talking about Brooklyn and Staten Island, all them. I'm talking about like Buffalo and Rochester and all them. They've been laying the blueprint and keeping that regional sound for New York, because all the niggas in New York, they was on some Atlanta shit. They was just trying to follow the trends. They were trying to follow gang banging. They followed the blueprint of what boom bap rap really was. Rock Marciano, he patterned that whole offbeat flow, that conversational type flow on drumless beats. Everybody doing that shit now. DJ Muggs putting it down. I'm talking about niggas that put pain on records. My man Comet 5000, Black Poet, Tragedy Gaddafi, Lil Fame from MOP, Cormega. All these people is still putting it down, bruh. Hip hop ain't never died. Now the mainstream been dead for since 2010. But see, the landscape of the culture is changing. The veterans are showing these youngsters that you got to get in there and put some work in. And a lot of them can't do it. Coyotes and DJ Muggs. Man, Muggs been putting it down, man. Muggs and Alchemist, they've been carrying the load. Muggs, Alchemist, The Ranger, what's his name? What's that motherfucking name? Conductor, man. What's his name? It's another guy. Dave East put out a dope project with Young Chris. Ransom been putting out consistently dope albums for a while. Cause see, Ransom, he found his lane. Ransom, he was trying to, put out shit like everybody else, but till one day he was like, you know what? I'm gonna be myself. He chose his own producer. I think his name was Haven. Hold on, let me look him up real quick. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. But Ransom is one of my favorites from Jersey. If it weren't for these guys, this shit would have been died, bro. Because these guys put it down. They've been laying the blueprint for years, dropping mixtape, dropping project after project. Hold on. Let me find what's the Ransom's producer name. Hold on 1 second. Cause I love that new joint he dropped with Dave East. It's called Final Call. Be sure y'all check that out. I'm trying to find something. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to find his albums. We talking Director's Cut 4. Nicholas Craven, that's his name. Nicholas Craven. Man, he got heavy is the head, lavish misery, chaos is my ladder, 1 and 2. Cabrini Green, The Final Call, No Rest for the Wicked. Ransom been putting in that work, guys. Adam Sandler been put up here on the Cosby Show as Theo Friend. Big shout out to Adam Sandler, man. I was watching Happy Gilmore too, man. That shit was funny as hell, especially with the Eminem appearance. Adam Sandler is one of them funniest dudes ever, man. He's funny. He's frat boy comedy in a way. But yeah, man, like I said, man, hip hop hasn't really gone nowhere. It's just that people haven't really been listening, man. I know the industry want to hop on the Clips wave, and I want to salute them brothers too, because I like that project too. But these guys, the names I've mentioned, have been putting it down. If y'all just now getting on to the program here. Oh, another veteran that been putting it down. And a lot of people been giving him a lot of hell for the past year, but we can't front on Snoop Dogg, bro. Snoop Dogg latest album is way better than Missionary. It's way better. It's more West Coast. It's not experimental on some commercial shit. It's more so Snoop. And see, Snoop, ever since he acquired Death Row, he been putting in a lot of dope projects, man. Cause he know with that Death Row banner, it upholds a legacy that you have to uphold. And he been putting down some real dope ass projects, man. The latest album, big shout out to my man Flintstone. He produced the gospel album, Altar's Call 2, which dropped in May. One of my favorite projects. But yeah, the new project that Snoop dropped, only one I didn't really like was that Sexy Red jump. I ain't like that bullshit. But I understand he was trying to do that to get streams. But is it a crime? One of the best albums he dropped. And see, he also wanted to prove to Suge Knight that he can drop better projects. Because a lot of people were saying that he was washed. A lot of Snoop albums that used to come out used to be hit and miss. But since he bought that Death Row catalog, it put a new lightning rod. Corrupt got a new joint out called Special. That's fire. Daz Dillinger tried to drop Revenge, Retaliation, and Get Back 2. And he dropped Revenge, Retaliation, Get Back 3. So that's a lot of dope projects right then in itself. The work is being put in, y'all. Work is being put in. Hold on, I'm going to sign in for my other way. I'm going to go on my YouTube live. Hold on one second. I just want to test my StreamYard out so I can get them streams. Hold on one second. The phone move from day missing lives. Yeah, man. YouTube be fronting on me, yo. They don't be letting people know I go live or nothing. I just decided to go live anyway. I just wanted to go ahead and do it. But that's because, number one, I had a lot to talk about. Like starting with the Hulk Hogan thing, how he left a complicated legacy. And people are trying to erase what he said and did for the past 10 years and wants to remember for what the contributions of entertainment that he brought in the 80s. I understand that, but it's a part of the legacy, bro. It got to be discussed. I wasn't really a Hulkamaniac, but at the same time, I still recognize him as a part of my childhood or part of me growing up. You know what I mean? Watching that with my pops, watching that with my grandparents and everything. So there's memories tied into that. You know what I mean? But can't respect what he said and let him get away with it, man. They expect black people to just sit there and just let shit slide all the time. But nah, we got to keep their energy, though, because they never do it to us. They never do it to us. We're reminded of it every single time. But yet, it's always with black people, we got to be like, we gotta just let it slide. Fuck that. And fuck Michael Rappaport too, man. You know what I'm saying? All of them. Yeah, they made Michael Rappaport walk all that back. They was on his ass. But see, I could pretty much separate the man from the character. It's not like I'm gonna get too offended to where Hulk Hogan come on screen. I'm just gonna get mad and turn it. Nah, he provided some great entertainment in my nostalgic ways. So I'm not like that. But see, wrestling fans are weird itself. Wrestling fans are very weird within itself, man, because y'all complain about this Hulk Hogan being a racist. Riddle me this. You complain about Hulk Hogan being a racist, but you watch the WWE every week and you call Triple H Triple K, calling him a racist, and you giving them ratings every week. Then y'all go on videos and complain about how bad this shit is. That shit is a mental illness, man. How the hell y'all can sit here? I understand y'all trying to get content, but if the television is that bad, I'm not gonna keep watching the same shit, hoping it's gonna get better. I'm just gonna turn it off and just go and find something else about my business. But y'all niggas complain about the WWE every single day. Watch every show from top to top down. Complain about how bad it is, but then y'all come back and watch it. You still dismissing the point. They done got your ratings. Another thing I found funny too was, Vlad calling Hulk Hogan a racist. I'm gonna tell y'all this. When Vlad put on a Versace shirt, you can't tell him shit. Once Vlad put on that Versace shirt, he just start popping off at everybody. That motherfucker be wearing that off-brand Versace shirt, and he just go ahead and just start going at everybody. He went at Hulk Hogan today. Then he tried to, remember he went at Marlon Wayans. Then he tried to go at Nicki Minaj. Then he would. I like how Versace Vlad. That's why I'm calling Versace Vlad, off-brand Versace Vlad. I like how he went at Tony Busby, because Tony Busby ain't shit but a cheap lawyer in a suit that's trying to shank down all black people. So we ain't really supporting him. I'd rather go with Deputy Dude Dog Vlad over him. At least Vlad could give you some interviews, but Tony Busby ain't shit. That don't mean I'm gonna support Vlad TV though. Nah, I ain't doing that. Hell no. But I just found that funny that he called Hulk Hogan a racist. I'm like, damn, talk about the pot calling black. Yeah, you got the feds calling out a racist. What time we on? Like, damn. Something's going VLAPD Vlad. But yeah, shoot me some questions though, man. I'm ready to answer some from y'all. It's been a while. DJ Vlad dissed Nicki Minaj. Yeah. And Nicki Minaj ended up blocking her. I think he said Nicki Minaj was crazy. And then she just blocked him. Which she is. That bitch is crazy as that bitch is a crazy pet coon, man. Because let me tell y'all what that's all about. She's upset that Jay-Z has been assisting their ops, so to speak. He helped the Clips get out of the Def Jam deal, and they were able to release their album. He turned down Lil Wayne and put on Kendrick Lamar for the Super Bowl. It shows that Young Money just basically some entitled motherfuckers, man. Y'all some entitled bitches to me, because they didn't have to really earn and fight for their spot for number one supremacy. When you listen to those tapes, D Block versus the State Property or Rockefeller versus the Rough Riders, they were going at it for supremacy, bro. Jay-Z and Jadakiss was going at it. That spot was hungry, man. DMX and Jay was going at it. Interesting enough, 2009, 2010, when they blew up, there was no competition. They didn't have to fight nobody. Everybody was collabing. It was the We Are the World era. Maybach Music wasn't competing with Young Money. Maybach Music wasn't competing with good music. It was the DJ Khaled era. And plus, people got tired of beefing anyway. So they just started doing collabs together. It started doing friendly-ass collabs together. Did Nicki work with full force as Nicki Minaj before she was signed to Cash Money Records as Nicki Minaj? I think so. But see, for them records, I will say to that credit, there were some great records that came out of that era too, man, because I like the blog era. I'm not no hater. The blog era brought a lot of memorable moments. If anything, I was clubbing more than ever during the blog era. And those collabs came through. You had Young Money working with MMG working with good music. A lot of great music came out around that time period. But at the same time, the competition aspect was not there no more. And it really started going off the rails when Meek Mill dissed Drake, and they never really did any much work together since then. See, that situation kind of fractured everything. Then you had Pusha T and Drake. They were going at it. They've been going at it for years. And it just came to a head, and none of them really doing any more work. Nicki Minaj dissed SZA, remember. Nicki Minaj is a basket case. Because, see, Nicki Minaj is very insecure, too, man. Like, her spot is being violated now. Because she was the queen for almost 10 years. Yeah, she had that back and forth with Remy Ma, but at the same time, Remy Ma won't push no records in comparison to Nicki Minaj. So that little battle was just something that people were eager for the moment. But other than that, she didn't really have any competition. Then they try to post Iggy Azalea against her, but that won't even no competition. Iggy she ain't really that talented. She didn't really start tripping until Cardi B started to blow. That was her competition. And what Nicki should have done, Nicki should have embraced her. Embrace these girls, man. None of them fuck with Nicki Minaj. What's her name? Meg Thee Stallion don't, even though I thought they did. Cardi B don't. Glorilla don't. They don't rock with her. That Kendrick Lamar and SZA Jizza concert was dope. Seeing it open at night. Salute, bro. Salute. Papoose Ghost wrote Sheetha for Remy. Big facts. Big facts, y'all. And you notice this, after all that shit that Remy was talking, she didn't deny that. She ain't deny that at all. She was talking all that shit about Papoose, but she didn't deny that. You know, that notice though? A lot of people wanted Carissa Shields to get her ass whipped so they could laugh at Papoose. But when the opposite happened, Papoose was gloating, boy. Papoose posted a picture of them kissing. Oh, you should have saw the comments, boy. Them heifers was mad. Them heifers on Team Remy were mad. I mean, they were pissed off. Go on Papoose page, you'll see that. I'm like, yo, they are big mad over here. Because they really wanted Carissa to get her ass whooped so they could laugh at Papoose. But it didn't happen. So I salute Papoose on that, man. Like, yo, let that man be happy, man. Then y'all niggas want to sit here and bring up his age and stuff. Not knowing that a lot of these women be sleeping with old white men to get ahead. Come on, man. We really gonna play that? Are we gonna really go there? But you gotta learn that social media is the echo chamber for the miserable. These motherfuckers wake up mad about everything. You know what I mean? They wake up mad about everything. Just as that girl named Ari Lennox, she was talking about, I can't watch Martin anymore because Martin was making colorist jokes about Pam. I'm like, shut the fuck up. There was no colorist jokes made about Pam at all and on that show. I watched every episode of Martin from 1992 to 1997, even that god-awful fifth season. And I ain't see no colorist jokes ever being made. It's really an issue with yourself that you have. And you thinking all the dark-skinned girls are going to come over here and ride with you. No, they ain't, because you think you coming out sounding like a goof. You going to sit there and blast Martin? Martin ain't bothering nobody. Y'all want some clout that bad? She went ahead and got outraged about it, and nobody cared about that shit. Nobody bought it because it's not true. Martin never make no dark-skinned jokes about Pam, ever. What are you talking about? These goofies that ain't even grew up in our era gonna sit there and try to comment on our era. No, you ain't. You ain't getting Martin canceled. You better sit your goof ass down and learn how to sell some records. Shit. These motherfuckers is crazy, y'all. Always watch Martin since 1992 and when it first came on until it got off the air in 97. Man, that 5th season was rough. And I could tell the chemistry wasn't really energetic like it used to. Cause Martin he was going through a lot of shit at the time. He was getting high. He was paranoid. He was on that. He was doing cocaine and all that stuff. So he had a lot of demands on him too. He had a lot of obligations to fulfill. He was shooting like 4 movies at one time. He had a comedy special he was working on. He got overworked and overstressed. And you know, when you're making money like he was making at the time, that ego started kicking in. So he had a meltdown. But it went off. It should have went off the way it should have went off, man, because they couldn't squeeze another year out of Martin, man. It had to go out the way it went out. Like, it wasn't going to work if Tisha and Martin weren't in the same screen together. That's the bottom line. It was not going to work. Okay? It was not going to work with them two not being inseparable. Because I'm like, look, they were the couple with the chemistry. Tommy and Pam tried to carry that shit, but it didn't work, man. It didn't work at all. So it went out the way it did. I do not want to see them try to bring it back. Just leave it alone. And this is what I got to say to y'all, man. Let the classics be. Let the classics stay in the 90s. I don't want to see no more remakes, man. DJ Kid Capri and Christopher Kid Reed produced the opening theme for Martin. I think I heard Kid Capri, he was upset that he didn't get paid for that. I could be misunderstood, but he said he didn't get paid for that. You better get your money off that, because see, this is what I was saying before. When they're streaming shit, it used to be with the DVD sales and the VHS sales, you could see when you're getting your cut. But see, with the streaming, all these companies start owning the content. Like HBO is probably owned by let's say, for example, Polygram. And then Polygram is owned by Disney. That's why you start seeing Martin on all these different streaming networks. So Capri, he probably was able to get his money back then because you only had to go to the source. You only had to go to the management of HBO and you could get your check. You could negotiate what your deal is. Today, with all these streaming platforms, it's harder to get your money, man. It's real hard to get your money right now. That's the biggest headache about streaming right now, because these companies are no longer owning the product. They either get bought out or they get sold. So now you got to go to that boss, or then you got to go to that source. And it's harder. Then you got to bring in different paperworks, and you got to bring in different signatures of the check that you signed back in 94. It's a whole lot of bullshit, y'all, with the streaming. That's why there got to be a way to bring back the physicals, bro. It got to be a way to take to power back in your hands as a consumer and as an artist and as a creator, because this shit is robbing us, man. There's no flat out rate that we're really getting, and it's straight pennies to a dollar. So I salute Daz Dillinger for trying to bring back the physicals for revenge, retaliation, and get back. I salute the Clips for trying to bring back the physicals. We got to start somewhere, man, because that's where that was our lifeline as creators. I come from the DVD era. We was getting money over fists. But see, now with this whole analytics era, you got to trace this shit. And then people can upload your content and eat off that. Shit. Martin had a stroke, and now Sinbad was looking old as hell with a stroke. Yeah, that was sad to see, bro. Man, I love Sinbad, man. Sinbad is one of the most funniest, upbeat, positive black men in this entertainment industry, man. Nobody is gonna ever say anything bad about Sinbad at all. Nobody. You can't find nobody to say Sinbad was an asshole. Sinbad was a joke to me. It was a jerk to me. Sinbad did this. You ain't gonna find no scandals. Sinbad was just an overall guy. And believe it or not, his stand-up from 1991 in Atlanta was one of my top fives. I still watch that to this day. The Sinbad comedy special he did in 1991 in Atlanta. Hilarious. His performance in Jingle All the Way, hilarious. Different worlds. Come on, man. What more could be said? Sinbad deserved his flowers more than anything, man, for real. Physical CDs were fire. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be Real said that Sinbad was cool. I working with Nita here, man. Yeah, Sinbad was solid, man. Sinbad is solid. He's one of the few guys that can make clean cut comedy and not sound corny. Oh, I forgot about Shazam. Shazam was a classic. Y'all better follow the blueprint, because Sinbad was one of the few that could make great comedy, and it could be funny, but not over the top edgy. He knew how to provide that balance, so to speak. So salute to that guy. I'm glad that he's still here. I'm glad he's still alive. But man, you can't really. He said that on his podcast, the Dr. Green Thumb Show. Yeah. Sinbad was somebody asked me another question. Yo, what is your thoughts on the WWE Unreal TV show that's on Netflix? Let me tell y'all this, man. I think it's pretty good. Because what it's showing, at first I was thinking, damn, they're going to expose every fucking thing and we're not going to even enjoy it. But really what it is, it's a WWE version of Beyond the Mat. That's all it is. It's the WWE version of, it's not Dark Side of the Ring, but it's their version of wrestling with shadows and Beyond the Mat. They just want to monetize that. That's all it is. It's not nothing that we already don't know. And plus we get to see the creative part. Now see, what made this interesting to me was I get to see who created, how they create a lot of this shit. And a lot of work go into making these shows, man. Me doing podcasts and radio shows and, creating content, it's very fascinating to me to watch how they create these shows and bring it to live television every single week. So that was very captivating to me. And it showed how it's not fake as people think it is. People think these people go in here and just be play fighting. Nah, the activity is real. And to create a show is like a walking circus in a way. Like you're bringing the circus in different states, in different cities every single day. And these guys go through a lot. These guys go through a lot, man. More so than these UFC fighters and boxers. They only got to fight 2-3 times a year. This shit go all year round. So they did a thing with that Unreal thing. I was surprised at it. What are your thoughts on the Joe Budden podcast? Do you watch? Not really. Not really, man. I mean, I would watch it if Joe was taught more about the business side of music, which he has done, which is intriguing because Joe was giving us a lot of game of what he went through as an artist. That's what made his show intriguing. But when niggas come over here and doing all this gossip shit, trying to argue for views and clicks and all that, that's when it gets corny. But I like the game that Joe gives about the industry and residuals and all that stuff. How many points people get off their deals, the podcast numbers. I like stuff like that. Like, educate your audience. And plus, some of the guests he had were pretty cool. But There's a very few that I watch, actually. Like, I watch Gangsta Chronicles. I listen to myself. I listen to Screwball Radio, Off the Cuff Radio. I listen to Doggy Diamonds, bitch, shout out to him. I listen to Gully TV. I listen to what's another one? Oh man, shit. I like Art of Dialogue, man. I like Art of Dialogue show. I like Big Boy. I like what's another one? Hold on, man. I got a brain fog right now. I watch Big Court TV. Big shout out to my man Big Court from No Limit Records. We did a dope show with him. Let me see. Hold on, there's another one. I think Sohan Baker. That's my man right there. He got a dope show. Sohan Baker. He does real dope interviews. We had him on Off the Cuff Radio. He one of the few white guys that understand the game. You know what I mean? So I respect him to the utmost. It's called Unique Assets Entertainment. Big shout out to him. A lot of these guys I listen to, man. And it got to be people that I really lock with. Unique Assets. Yeah, we had Soren Baker on the show last year. Real good guy. He knows his shit. Real good guy. He one of the few white guys that really get it, as they say. Do you like Diverse Mentality podcast with Quake? I like his documentaries. I like the documentary that he did on Get With or Die Trying, which was dope. I like the G-Unit content that he be putting out. That's real dope. He kind of lost me with that Drake shit, though. I mean, I get it. He from Canada. He trying to ride with your man, but Drake lost, fam. Get over it. That's all I got to say. But the G-Unit stuff is real good, though. The Get Rich or Die Trying, the Massacre, some of the 50s beefs he did with the breakdown behind that. That's real good. I like that. But yeah, the content just gotta be hitting me, man. It gotta be real good. It gotta be real enlightening. I watch a lot of wrestling podcasts too. Did you see the Trish Stratus paying her respect to Hulk Hogan? She said respect to him at the, I expect that because, like I said before, Hulk Hogan changed the landscape of the business to where even we as fans gotta acknowledge that. We can't take that away from him. Terry Bollea, that's another argument, but the character Hulk Hogan, it opened up the door for all this shit to where we eating off this like 40 years later. If anything, the wrestling content been benefiting me better than the hip hop content. That's why I've been jumping on more wrestling shows, believe it or not. But Hulk Hogan, him, Vince McMahon, Rock and Sylvester Stallone, and Mr. T, they all changed this shit. Wrestling was seen as hillbilly shit. They turned this into a global juggernaut. We can't take that away from them. The Ultimate Warrior exposed the truth of Hulk Hogan. Yeah, man. That was one of the funniest shoots ever. I'm not saying Hulk Hogan was a saint at all. Hell no. Fuck no. I'm just saying that his character, they changed the business forever. I mean, that's all I'm acknowledging, man. Look, Terry Bollea is a piece of shit. But the character Hulk Hogan, say your prayers, eat your vitamins. I understand how that could be inspirational for many people. So that's where it stands with me on that. I'm not mad at any of his peers that give him up, man, because, man, he changed his pay scales. Nobody would be getting that big money before Hogan changed the game, man. And you know what? We got to say this. Even in the 90s, Hogan, Hall, Nash, they changed the landscape of the 90s. That's when them big contracts start coming for the talents. Hogan was getting these guys the bag. So I don't expect a lot of wrestlers to come out and just shit on them. I understand that. That's what a lot of niggas want people to do. They want the wrestlers to just get out there and shit on them. Nah, they're not going to do that. And plus, on top of that, if you working with a WWE, you going to shit on that guy publicly? Stop it. Like, you got to think logical for a bit. People were even getting mad yesterday that he got another tribute. Motherfucker, he need a tribute every damn day. Because that company won't be where it's at without Hulk Hogan. I wouldn't be mad. I'd be mad about it. Not really, but I understand it. So that's where I stand on that one. Hulk Hogan was lying once. He auditioned for Metallica after the bassist player Cliff Burton passed in '86. Yo, I got a video called Hope Tales, man. That man lived the cap. Cap Hogan. It said, what happened to Young Money? Nicki Minaj was a successful rapper and crossed over to the pop world. Time, man. Everybody has their time. And their time is just not up anymore. But it really started with Lil Wayne. When Lil Wayne, he left Cash Money. And see, when you don't have that machine behind you, you're not gonna look like a next level superstar anymore. That's just the facts. Like when 50 Cent, when he left Interscope, he didn't have that machine behind him, and he didn't look like the 50 Cent from when he got signed to Shady. He looked like a regular Joe. That machine could make you look like a star. Notice this. When 50 left G-Unit, I mean not G-Unit, but when he left Interscope, the sales went down. He wasn't able to promote like he was. The visuals look cheaper. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you don't have that machine behind. Look at the quality of videos 50 had when he was signed under Interscope. And look at the quality of videos in compared to thisis50.com. It's night and day. He had to come out of pocket and fund that shit. Interscope was fronting that. All 50 had to do was just perform. Now he got to perform. He got to orchestrate the deals. He got to meet up with the people. He got to set the budget. All that stuff, bro. Did Turk get kicked out touring and BG responded? Yeah, Turk is gone. But I will say this, though. He had it coming, man, because Turk run his mouth too damn much on that podcast. Oh, big shout out to Beehive ATL, man. That's one of the best podcasts in Atlanta, man. Turk keep running his mouth, man. He messed up big time. It was bound to happen. It was definitely bound to happen. Plus, you was the weak link hot boy anyway, even though he had 2 dope joints. I loved About Whatever from the Hot Boys album. That's my favorite Turk joint. And his verse from I Need a Hot Girl. He killed it. That was an iconic. I need a project bitch, a hood rap bitch. That's his slogan. Messed up the bag. Yeah, he fumbled big time by just shutting up. He run his mouth too much. The tour don't have no legs now. Lil Wayne look washed. That man look like a pregnant ant. Y'all seen him the other day at the fight? He look like a pregnant ant. He ain't even in shape. Yeah, Turk's voice alone is distinctive. That's what I liked about him, though, at the time. What kind of nigga be bout nothing but war? He got a distinctive voice. That's what I liked about the Hot Boys. They didn't sound alike. They all had distinctive voices. They all stood apart. They all had their own styles. That Guerrilla Warfare album was fucking fire. I got the cassette somewhere. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all something. Hold on, let me see if I still got it. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna see if I still got it here. There we go. Look at this. We do this. Look at this. Bought this 1999, bro. So when people want to come in and talk about we don't know music, bruh, the proof is in the pudding. Look at this. The cassette, the real deal. That Guerrilla Warfare album was fire. And see, at the time, I was a diehard No Limit. But when them niggas dropped this, it was over for No Limit, man. It was over for him from there. What the hell? Okay. You didn't buy the CD from the Hot Boys in '99? I was trying to buy the CD, but they didn't have it. Yo, I had to get the cassette though, man, because the shit was selling like hotcakes, man. The South Side was jamming this heavily. And I wasn't trying to go all the way to Best Buy. And I wasn't trying to go to Walmart either, because Walmart were only selling edited versions of albums. So I went ahead and just got the cassette. But this shit here is fire, man. For the production, everybody brought the A game to this. This was a straight classic. But I did have the Juvenile Soldier Rags, man. I got that one somewhere. I'm going to show that tomorrow. But I got a dope collection, man. My collection was bigger than that. It's just, I lost a lot of that stuff, man. A lot of stuff got broke in the midst of that. The Hot Boys was spitting on that out. Yeah, after this album dropped, man, No Limit couldn't compete, man. No Limit was done. After that, they dropped the Max album. I love Max album, World War III, but it won't this one here. This one, they was too much for them right there. It was too much for them at the time, man. They had too many hits on that shit. They had We on Fire, Respect My Mind, Riding, You Dig with Juvenile, I Need a Hot Girl, Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday was my shit though. Those beats, yeah, bro. Cause let me tell you, Fresh's beats was next level on that album. No Limit, they were kind of running on fumes from 98. 99, they was kind of getting burnt. Their production value started getting, it started sounding a little more lazy. They started just jacking beats. You know what I mean? They started doing the whole Diddy shit. They just started jacking full beats. Even though he started doing that with Ghetto D, you could tell there was some effort being there. But around the time where Only God Can Judge Me came out, them niggas was toast. Them niggas was toast. The only thing they had was Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was carrying it. But Snoop had to go back to West to get his mojo back. Silk the Shock had dropped Made Men, even though I like that record with Maya. But his Silk flow kind of annoyed me, bro. I'm like, nah, Silk ain't out rapping these niggas here, man. He ain't out rapping Lil Wayne and Juvie. That's not even a contest. Like, come on. I like C Murder's Bossellini album, but it wasn't Life or Death though. Plus, he had too many songs on there. That nigga had like 30 songs on there. But the No Limit albums from 99 and 98 were like night and day, man. They were like night and day in terms of quality. And you notice too, they started doing more outside work with New York artists because he was like, yo, Cash Money is a force that's coming. We got to start clicking up more so outside. 504 Boy was all right before Mystical left. That shit went to toast. Did you listen to Master P? Did you listen to Master P's Game Face from 2001? Hell no. Nigga, that's one of the worst albums ever. I was done after 2 songs. Beats by the Pound was gone. The features suck. Yo, that was a money grab. P did that as a money grab, bro. Man, that's where the decline really started, bro. Shoot, and he never recovered, man. No Limit he ain't never recovered. I don't know what it was, but he never recovered from that album. And it's been 25, 26 years since them niggas had a good album, a real good one. Oh, that shit was horrible, bro. Game Face was terrible. It was terrible, bro. The Silk came out with an album called My Way. And I'm like, nobody won't listen to these niggas no more. It was over. Remember that song Silk tried to come out with Trinico? That's cool. Corny. Like, all that shit was corny. But yeah, and meanwhile, you had BG hitting them in the head. You had Juvenile hitting them in the head. You had the big timers. They would hit them in the head. They couldn't compete, bro. Even though No Limit had a deeper talent pool. When Beats by the Pound left, the soul of the group left. I mean, soul of the label was gone. And all P had to do was just pay them niggas. All he had to do. Just pay them niggas what they worth. P, when he was in the underground, he was jacking the Ghetto Boys hard. Yeah. He was jacking that Oakland sound hard, too. Now, this was something that somebody said. And I don't know how true this is. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody to verify this here. Y'all remember the I Miss My Homie video where they had Tupac, a lookalike, wearing a No Limit chain? I remember somebody a long time ago said that this was the reason why Master P got ran out of Oakland, because he had Pop wearing a No Limit chain, and that's why he went back down south. Is that true or what? Is that one of the reasons why Master P got ran out of Oakland? I need answers on that one. Cause I thought that shit was very ballsy. Like, you have this nigga wearing a No Limit chain, knowing that he died with a death row chain on. Yo, P crazy as shit. Yo, you really thought Suge was gonna let that ride? I need to know that, man, because I noticed this. After Ghetto D, he went back to then True to the Game came out. He went right back to the New Orleans sound. He didn't mess with the Cali sound. Notice that. I'm starting to think maybe that had something to do with it. Cause I was like, the homies had to feel a sort of way, man, for this nigga that had their homie wearing his label's chain. He won't even sign to that motherfucker. Oh man, that bugged me out back then when I seen it, bro. I said, hold up. Yuck Mouth dissed Master P before it was something. Yeah, that's because Master P supposed to he jacked the Ice Cream Man's concept. Then Tupac was supposed to get signed to Rap A Lot Records before Suge beat him to it. Crazy thing is, bro, all these niggas saying they were supposed to sign Pop. That's the funny part about it. I don't know what to believe. I remember they was trying to say Goody Mob said he was going to sign with Dungeon Family. Everybody said they wouldn't sign Pop. It's a new story every day. Jay Prince said he was gonna do it. It's crazy. The narratives get switched every single day. I don't know for sure, but I will say this. And big shout out to my man, what's his name? One of my men for Rap a Lot. He said that he produced Eye for an Eye for the Ghetto Boys, and that supposed to been for Tupac. I forgot his name, man. Shit, I did so many interviews, man. I did so many damn interviews, bro. I be forgetting niggas' names, man. I'm bad with names, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna look them up. I feel bad for this one. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna look this up. Cause Eye for an Eye was one of the hardest songs ever, yo. Willie D was mad on that song, boy. Willie D and Face were mad, boy. Cause that happened around the time that whole James Byrd lynching happened, and them niggas had some Swift C. Big shout out to my man Swift C. I had him on the show several years ago. He told me that Eye for an Eye was supposed to be for Tupac. And you could tell just by how Willie D was rapping on that song, that was supposed to be how Pop was gonna lay it down. That was something he would do. I heard that Pac and Scarface were gonna do an album called Two-Face, a double disc. R. Kelly also said that he was going to do a best of both worlds with Tupac, too. He said he wrote, I Wish, hoping that Tupac was going to be on it, which was interesting. I kind of believe that one. But Willie D, boy, Willie D was going off on Eye for an Eye. That's one of the hardest records ever. He was going off on them Peckerwoods. But see, around that time, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, that album didn't even have Bushwick up there. But I'm thinking that, Rap a Lot was just trying to compete with No Limit at the time. So they were just putting out albums real fast. But that wasn't the formula. That wasn't their formula. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Favorite rapper and favorite R&B collaboration. Good question. Good question. Oh, man. All-time favorite, of course, is Meth and Mary. You all that I need, I'll be there for you. If you keep it real with me, I'll keep it real with you. The grimy version, not that Puff Daddy pop version. The real grimy version. That's my all-time favorite. Willie D killed on Point No Return. Yo, Willie D killed it, yo. Willie D was heated. Hoover, I wish you weren't dead. Sure, I want to shoot you in your motherfucking head. Goddamn faggot, motherfucking drag queen. You put the hit on Martin Luther King. Malcolm, Edgar, and others. You redneck punk motherfucker. He was pissed. DMG was the third member of the Ghetto Boys member for the album. He didn't fit at all, man. It just seemed like a collab effort. They should have just went ahead and got Big Mike. But Big Mike had fell out with Rap a Lot at that time, so they had to substitute. That was some old Temptation shit, man. They should have just went ahead and just got Big Mike up there, made it right with him, but that nigga was about to burn down the Rap a Lot offices. DJ, they're DMG from Face Mob, and he's from St. Paul. Dope. That's dope, man. That's dope. I think DMG was the one that this Chris rocked on In My Blood on the My Homies album too. Shit was crazy. But yeah, guys, I'm about to go ahead and sign out, man. I got to get back to work, man. So y'all have a good night. I'll probably be back sometime next week or maybe this weekend. I don't know. But I will be back, y'all. So y'all have a good night. Y'all holler at your boy.